Welcome back to Haxarath. I'm your Dungeon Master Claudia, and I'm here with these guys. We have Cam.
Kenia, fine.
We have Mars.
Madris.
And finally, Talia.
Maxwell!
So let's start off with a recap from our last episode. The party bravely fought off the goblins that attacked the Bandari training post, including one very slippery goblin that slipped through their fingers before. Though the braze'n'bold tavern was burnt to the ground, Farfarin, Silda, and our brave trio of adventurers remained in good spirits. After chasing the racist ship crew, Max ensured that Oscar got a fitting burial, while Madris and Kenia retrieved all of Farfarin's most precious belongings. Farfarin set up a campfire so the whole party could get a long rest. While Max and Sildar slipped away to hook up in the storage shed, Kenia's prayer to Pelor turned into an elven trance, where her god showed her the silhouette of her true birth father. The next morning, the party and Sildar headed out to find the Cragmore Castle. Reaching the hut of the old wizard, Lano Albrecht, our heroes discovered that he was suffering from a memory problem and locked him inside of his hut, and found out that the old Owl Well was the entrance to the Cragmore Castle. After adventuring inside, our adventurers finally found King Groll and his goblin cronies hidden behind a secret door. Failing to convince King Groll that Kenia was his daughter, they were still victorious in the fight, and learnt that Gundred the dwarf was being taken to the Neverwinter Woods by a creepy villain known as the Black Spider. So you're all standing at the edge of the Neverwinter Woods. Looking into the tree line, all of you seem to be filled with an impending dread, as the darkness almost seems to gravitate towards you and pull you inside. It is without a doubt that you know that something truly evil is inside of these woods. Though the tree line is unnaturally thick, right in front of you there is a space between two giant oak trees that seems to be the entrance. Can you all roll for a long-standing initiative that will last for this forest?
Yes.
Let it be known that if Iggy Azalea existed in this universe, that Max would be humming Black Widow right now.
I rolled an 8.
16.
11!
That's not bad. That's not bad. Did you guys add your decks?
Oh, no, I didn't add
Oh,
it.
no.
Hold on.
12.
Okay, then I rolled a 10.
Okay. Alright, so are you going inside of the woods?
Yeah.
No, we're turning around and we're going back home.
Max
I
wants to hum
decided
the tree.
I want to go back home. I miss my mom. I tell everybody else I miss my mama and my possibly papa. Yes, we'll go in the
Max will pick Kenia up by the collar and be like, nah, you're coming with us.
woods. Aw.
So the four of you move inside of the woods, and the instant that you do, shrubbery and vines shoot up behind you and completely cover the entrance. There is no way out, and your only option is to move forward.
Oh, that's a great sign. Is exactly what Max does immediately.
Kenia is clenching her fingernails into her palms so that she doesn't cry because she doesn't want to seem lame to the other people because she suddenly cares about what they think. But that was scary. That was scary.
So a thick fog starts to roll in around you. It is chilling cold and makes the hairs on the back of all of your necks stand on end. It doesn't seem to be harming any of you in any way, but makes it impossible to see more than 10 foot around. So any perception checks that you do is now going to be at a disadvantage.
Okay.
Wait, what if you have dark vision?
It doesn't affect the fog, you still can't see through the fog.
But I have fruit snack giving me help actions. He peering over my shoulder.
So if you want to use a familiar, then you can roll normally.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a perception check, and fruit snacks are gonna be perched on my head.
So anything that you can see...
Scope.
Anything...
Periscope.
Periscope!
So anything you can see using fruit snack, you can just relay that to everybody else.
No, I don't see anything. I got a nat 1. I'm distracted by fruit snack being a periscope, and he's making me not want to cry anymore. So there's that, at least, but I don't see anything. If you guys want to roll,
Yeah, you guys can walk a little bit
Max
further in and have a look.
wants to preemptively now pull out her warhammer and hold it in a warrior position because she's like, something is gonna fucking happen. But she would also like to do a perception check, so can I roll?
Yep, you just gotta roll 2 d20s and then take the lowest one. And then you can add your modifiers to it.
Hey, Madris.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
13.
Yeah. Yes.
Can I hold your hand?
Of course. Yeah. Madris offers her hand out to Kenia and squeezes once their fingers interlock.
and then Kenia peeks over her shoulder at Max to see if Max will also hold her hand.
Madris offers Max like a huge grin at this, like at the look over, because she looks over her shoulder as well. Like, come join.
Max like looks at their like hands for a second and is like, are we traipsing through the forest in her mind? But then she was like, fuck, I guess these people are okay, and kind of takes one hand off of the warhammer and sticks it in Kenia's.
We're all conjoined like kindergartners walking down the street.
She does, however, look at Sildar and she's like, makes a very clear face that like it's not gonna happen. They're not gonna hold hands right now.
Sildar's just standing behind you guys, holding his sword that he got back, and he goes, "That's quite all right. You don't seem to have a free hand anyway."
Can I roll for perception as well?
You can roll for perception as well. So with a 13 max, as you're looking around, as you guys are walking forward, holding hands, you see, as you're walking forward, that all of the walls to the left-hand side, to the right-hand side, and behind you are covered in thick vines. And there's no way out of these vines that you can see. As you walk forward, you come to another dead end. There's also vines. You're essentially trapped in a 20-foot by 5-foot tunnel that there's no way out of.
I rolled a 2, so I cannot perceive anything.
You just see the fog.
No. You see fruit snack.
Yeah,
I'm blinded by fruit snack.
If Max took her warhammer and kind of like poked at the side of the vine wall thing, what would happen?
Are you wanting to attack it?
No, she's just kind of poking it like as if you would poke a person with your finger, but like with her warhammer.
You can do an investigation check.
Yes, please. So roll twice or once?
You did just once for this. You're close enough. You don't need to save it.
Fuck, we got a 2.
It's definitely a thick vine.
Alright, Kenya's also gonna go up with her quarterstaff and like to like near where Max is, because we're holding hands, so I gotta be near.
We're all like together.
She's also gonna poke around those. I'm just gonna do like an Arcana check. So no, I'm not gonna let go of Madris's hand. I'm just gonna like try to like see if I can sense anything like magical about these vines.
Okay, you can roll an Arcana check.
14 plus 5, 19.
So as you're looking at these vines that Max just poked, there's definitely, you can sense when you look at it, when you get close to it, that there is a dark magic radiating from the vines. They're definitely not 100% natural.
These vines are weird.
We're going to need a way out of here.
No shit, they just trapped us in here.
I know, and we're going to need to find a way to get through. Burst through.
Well,
like that. She's like motioning completely vaguely with the one hand that is not attached to Kenia, by the way. Like, you don't know what the fuck Madris is talking about. But she is very convinced that she knows what she's talking about.
alright, genius, lead the way.
Kenia?
No.
She's like looking to Kenia and she's like, what should we do?
I can, I guess Kenya's gonna look at everybody and she's like, I can attack it, I can throw some fire at it, if y'all want me to, but I'm afraid, like, if this bursts into flames, we're trapped inside. But I can try to break a hole through it, or Max, you hack through it, or Madris.
Max has already said nah.
Should we try to cut through it?
Like literally the moment she's like, yeah, but it was surrounded with fire, Max is like, nah, and just like fucking goes for it and just yeets her axe into it.
So
whatever is closest.
Do you want to roll an attack on the vines?
Yes, please.
Okay, roll an attack.
Madris is gonna follow in Max's
11.
footsteps.
11 hits. Roll damage.
Oh, 11
which one's damage? Oh, D8. Yep.
Madris is gonna follow in Max's footsteps. I
10.
think.
So you swing back your axe and you slice into these vines. And where your axe slices through it, you see the vines start to bleed.
Oh!
What color is the blood? Is it red?
It's red. It's hot red, and it's so cold.
God.
It's so cold in the woods that it's steaming. You've cut, it looks like about half a foot into these vines. So you can estimate you've cut yourself about halfway through. And they're just bleeding.
Is that normal?
Keep on
Madris,
hacking.
Like, reaches out to look at the blood.
Keep on hacking. Keep on hacking.
Madris.
Madris is not touching it. Madris is gonna, she has the dagger with her. So she's gonna, like, try to assist with the dagger. Coming in strong.
Max is just gonna, like, push her hand out of the way and just be like, just step back. Stop. Can Max attack again?
You can
Or
attack
do we
again.
have to
You can
Great.
roll an attack on anything.
Yeah, 8.
8 still hits. Do you want to roll your
I
damage?
missed the box both times. 8. Damn, this Warhammer is like fucking powerful.
So you pull up your warhammer again, and you smack into those vines, and they just start bleeding again. They're spurting out like you would cut an artery on an animal, and they're just spurting around.
Ew.
From how hard you hit it, you can see through the other side. There's just a couple of like entrails left of these vines.
Did it get on any of them? Like, are they covered in the blood?
Yeah, Max is wiping off her face. There's definitely blood all over her face. I'm sorry.
It's definitely
It is.
squirting all over Max whenever she's smacking it.
I mean, Fruit Snack can clean up when we're done, so just keep on hacking.
You want to hit?
Max attack the vines one more time.
Yep. I would say just go ahead and roll to hit. You don't have to roll damage.
Well, I got 18, so.
Okay, perfect. So you pull up your hammer and you smack all the way through. Your hammer goes all the way through. These vines are just hanging from this hole and just bleeding and leaking out. But because you burst all the way through now, they go and they curl up on themselves, and they kind of pull apart an entrance like it would if you stick your hands into the chest of a dead animal and just rip it apart.
Wait, before we go through, we should look around. And Kenia's going to do another perception check, and Fruit Snack's going to give her the help action so that I can just do it straight.
Okay.
But before we go through, I'm gonna take a peeksies.
Through the hall or in the room that you
Well-
are right now?
I don't like that you asked, but through the hole.
Okay.
18.
Okay, so you look through the hole, and you just see it just goes to another path in this forest, and it just goes around to the right. You can't really see anything because it's around a bend.
But I'm not like sensing any. I'm not seeing any traps. Nothing's weird about the floor.
Nope, the fog's still out there. It just looks like the same kind of creepy, foggy, cold forest, but you do still have that feeling in the pit of your stomach that something really evil is in these woods.
Guys, I really want to go home.
Well, kind of fucked now. Anyone got a towel by any chance? She just kind of like holds up her arm, which
Fruit
is dripping with blood.
Fruit Snack, and then she like takes Fruit Snack off her head and sets Fruit Snack on her, and he casts prestidigitation and cleans her because he can fix soiled objects.
For him. Madris is going to pet Fruit Snack's head when he like comes back by them. Like, as a good job, buddy.
Yeah, he just kind of like licks Maxwell, I guess.
Max is very pleased by this. She's like, damn, this cat really likes me. And she's like, very cheesed about it. Yeah.
Max is no
So
longer a
cute.
soiled object.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll stay for about 2 seconds.
It's fine because it's a cantrip, so you know he can keep casting it. Fruit Snack's very good at cleaning up. I know he looks dirty, but he just doesn't like casting it on himself. Yeah, someone else can lead the way.
Olga.
Yeah, Max will probably lead the way because she just disintegrated these vines. So she'd like to walk forward, please. And around the corner that exists.
Alright, so you leave this room with the bloody vines. Max is in the lead. Sildar's gonna take behind because he's got his sword out ready. And you go around a small little bend, and the trees are thick either side of you. There's still these vines, but they're not the same thickness as the ones that you saw before. It's dark, and there's still that very light mist just fogging up your vision a little bit.
Smell like.
It smells like damp moss and dirty water.
Smells like
Max
home.
is like, too.
Smells good.
Max just like stares at 2 of them and is like, what the fuck?
Smells good.
Familiar.
Smells like a candle Mom would light at home.
It reminds me of my parents'
Kind
house.
of fucked up places did you guys come from?
Aldencroft.
Lived in a marsh.
Oh.
So
Yep, and I thought I lived in a shitty place.
So as you go around the corner, you come into, it looks like a ring made out of the big oak trees, and they're overgrown on top of you, so no sunlight is filtering through the top. And as you look into this clearing, you see the figure of a hooded man just sitting on a single, lonely tree stump right in the middle of the clearing. The hood is obscuring his face completely, and he sits in the shadows caused by the leaves above you.
Who is that?
Y'all are seeing this too?
Definitely.
Hello?
Hello!
You!
Hello?
Fuck you!
Sir?
Over here! Hey!
We're
So-
right
Mister.
here!
Waving her arms around.
Mister?
Yeah, Madris is like wildly waving her. Imagine if she's still holding hands with Kenia, then she's still waving her free hand.
So you're calling out and waving at this hooded figure of a man sitting down, and the hood's over his eyes. He's not responding to you at all. He's just perfectly still, not moving.
Is he alright?
Rolled a 5 on a perception check. What do I see?
What are you trying to perceive?
Him.
Other than he has the hood over his eyes and it's obscuring his face, he's just sitting in shadows. You don't see anything else.
Is there pebbles around, and can Max toss one at him?
You certainly can. Would you like to do me
It's like a playful toss, like every 90s movie ever.
Yeah, you can do a straight up strength check or a dexterity check.
Well, I rolled a 15 naturally, and strength is +2, so that's a 17.
Okay, so you're just aiming just to hit him with a rock?
Yeah, she doesn't want to hit him hard. She just wants to like get his attention.
Okay, so you look down, you pick up a pebble, you shout at him, you throw the rock to give his attention. As soon as this rock makes contact with this man's head, he falls and collapses and turns into a big swarm of spiders. And let me just roll for initiative on them.
Fuck.
No, I
Okay.
don't like spiders. I don't. No.
Max offers her shoulders for Kenia to climb on because she can tell that
Yeah.
Kenia is very afraid right now.
Kenya's up like a tree.
Okay, so
Madris is pulling out her bow and arrow. She's disgusted and confused.
so at a 16 for initiative, Kenya, it's your move first. So this man has just disintegrated into a whole huge swarm of little black spiders, and they're scurrying across the floor towards you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Firebolt from the top of of Max's shoulders. A wave of fire shoots from my hand. I get a 19 to hit.
That hits.
It's 1d10, 6 points of damage. And if it's on a hit, a flammable object hit by a spell ignites. Are they flammable?
Let me double check. So they're immune. Would that be a condition immunity? That would be, right? Yeah, they're immune to fire.
They're immune to fire?
Just for condition,
Oh.
not damage.
Okay.
So you do attack them with the fire, but they don't ignite.
I guess, yeah, I used my movement to get on Max's shoulders, and then my action, and then Fruit Snack, the brave little bud, is gonna go down there, and he's gonna try to swipe at them with his claws. 15.
15 hits.
Okay, he does 1d4 slashing. He did 4!
You did
Look
well.
at
That's
that.
good.
Go food.
Go fruit snack.
Yeah, look at him go. He tried to put one in his mouth.
Tasty.
I mean, he is a cat. I feel like they're like natural spider eaters.
So Kenya,
Well,
you're on top. You're on top of Max's shoulders, right?
Sure am.
I want you to roll a pure luck check for me. I want you to roll a d20. If it hits on 1 through 10, the spiders will go after Fruit Snack. If it's 11 through 20, they're gonna go after Max.
A 19. I'm sorry, Max, but we can't go after Fruit Snack. I got a 19.
Okay.
it's okay.
So these
Max,
spiders are they're so hell-bent, both because you burned them and because Max hit the man with a pebble. They're going to they're pretty hurt. So they're just across the floor, and they're coming towards Max.
Stomp him! Stomp him!
They got an 18 to hit.
How many spiders
that
are
hits.
there? Like, how many little ones are there?
So you killed a whole bunch of them. There's probably about 50 left.
Oh my god, okay.
Ah.
So they are going to start climbing up your legs, Max.
Great.
Let's see. 7, 8, and get you for 9 damage.
Fuck.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
So
god.
they crawl up your legs and they're just biting at you. They're just biting at you as they're working up your legs. And that's your next in the initiative order, Max.
So Max has almost nothing. Okay, on that point, Max is just gonna straight up attack these spiders because she just doesn't have shit. She's gonna like stomp and like brush them off, like all that shit. She's not even gonna use any of her I mean, because if she used any of her weapons, she wouldn't get the advantage that she normally gets, would she?
What we can say is that you can use your movement to kind of jump around and get the spiders off of you, and then you can turn around and just do a straight attack with your hammer and just smack
Okay, yeah,
them
that's
on the
what she
ground.
does. She jumps around, probably jostling Kenya a lot, and then smashes her hammer around because she wants to attack them. Do I have to roll?
Yep, roll for attack.
13, does that hit?
That does hit.
Yeah, I can't imagine their AC is very high.
No, it's 12.
She does 10 damage.
Oof. Okay, so you smack your hammer down on these spiders, and you crush a whole bunch of them. There's probably only 10 or so left, so they're actually going to roll their damage, if they get to another round, at a disadvantage. So
Shoot him, Madris!
there's
Shoot him!
There's a couple left, and then Madris, that's up to you.
Okay, how many would you say are left? Like, give me a
Get
number.
rid of
Give
these
me a ballpark.
fuckers.
Would say probably only 15 left.
Okay.
They're just scurrying around on the floor, just trying to, they've got their little fangs out, and they're just trying to bite whatever they can find.
Okay, yeah.
Don't let her bite you, it hurts.
For the movement, I'm gonna say that I'm trying to work out in my mind, A, what Madris would do, but also what would be the most effective in stopping a spider. I guess it would have to... Okay, I guess she's gonna try to but I feel like that's multiple actions. I'm like, I meant she would shoot at them multiple times, but that would be multiple actions in my mind. So... I think she's just gonna stomp on them. She's gonna attempt to stomp on some of these spiders. Straight up. Because that feels more effective to her than shooting at them. So I'm gonna roll.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 10.
A 10, that does not hit them. So you're
Oh,
going
it
around,
doesn't.
and they have 2 hit points left, so I was going to say, if you hit them, you can kill them. So you're
shit.
going to stomp on these spiders, and they're just running all over your feet, just with their little feet. And you're trying to stomp them, you just can't quite get them.
Kenya is crying.
So we're down to...
Madris is-
Max is patting her like legs on her shoulders and is like, it's fine, dude, chill.
Right, we're down to
But she is
Sildar.
physically in pain and like,
Sildar does hit.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
God.
Sildar.
So, and he has his longsword back, so he rolled
let
exactly
it be
2.
known that Max is...
He rolled exactly 2.
He rolled exactly 2 I didn't add his modifiers on there. So, Madris, you're there trying to stomp on these spiders after they just completely just bit the shit out of Max's legs. And you're trying to jump on them, and Sildar just, before they can start crawling up your legs to do some damage to you, he just gets his big ass feet and just stomps them, stomp, 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 and they're dead.
Go Dilf is exactly what Max says.
Thank you, Sildar.
Okay, are we out of initiative?
You remain in initiative throughout this whole thing, but right now you're not in active battle sequence.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly crawl down off of Max's shoulders and be like, thank you. Do you have healing potions? I have a few.
I got that shit that wizard gave me. I think I'm gonna drink that. Unless...
No,
Oh, how much do you think we need legs?
I think that you need to here. I have just a normal healing potion that's not like a long rest one, because like the long rest ones are best if you've used like abilities. Do you have abilities?
No.
Oh, you don't have like high enough fighter, because later in fighting you get like axe and charge and stuff like that. So I didn't know what you have right
As
now.
far as I know.
She has
No.
second wind.
You have second wind. Do you know what second wind is?
No, not gonna lie.
Okay, sidebar to tell Maxwell what second wind is. One
Of
second.
course.
I'm sure Max knows
So,
what it is. I don't.
as a bonus action, you have a D10, right, as your hit dice?
Oh yeah, D10, yeah.
So you get to roll 1 D10 per your fighter level, and you regain those hit points. So you're level 1, so you can roll 1 D10, and then take those hit points and add that to your current hit points.
It's a bonus action that you can do during
Oh,
like fighting
cool.
if you're getting like wailed on.
Yeah, someone's gonna have to remind me of this, because I'm gonna forget this.
Write it on your character sheet.
You say that like I read the bottom of it.
So do you want like a healing potion, or do you want to like? I don't think you should use your long rest quite yet.
I guess pass me one of the potions.
So it's
I mean, normally I would just keep going with an injury like this, let it be known that this kind of shit doesn't stop me.
yeah, but we have a lot going on right now. I would hate for you
You just
to
want
be
to make
limping
sure
around
you're
the
alright.
forest. You roll a
Potion.
d6. Oh well, no, you're gonna be using a full action, so you get 8 hit points from the potion.
I like how
So
that
you should
doesn't
only
even
be 1
help.
down.
Like, she's pretty close, yeah.
No, Sildar's
Alright,
just
I
wiping
guess-
the spiders off the bottom of his feet, and he says, "Shall we keep going?"
You keep saying
I
feet. Is he
think-
not wearing shoes?
No, he's not wearing shoes. He,
Oh my god, his dogs are out!
He's got good toes in the kitten.
Farron just gave him some clothes, so he's wearing some pants that are just way too big for him, and a shirt that's just way too big for him.
Can I do like an investigation check for some leaves to fashion into some shoes so he can put the dogs away?
You can roll me a nature check.
A nature check. I get a +1 to that. 11.
So you can look up at one of these oak trees, and there's some pretty big leaves there. You could attach them to his feet to help him in the forest if you would so please.
I would. I just, I crawl back on to Max's shoulder and I get the tall leaves in the top of the tree where they're bigger, and then I scamper back down and pat Max on the head on the way, and then I pass them to Sildar and I go, "You should really be wearing shoes. Learn that the hard way. Sticks hurt if you step on them."
So he takes the leaves from you, and he says, "Thank you. I did ask for Farron, but his feet are far too big compared to mine." And he
Is a large fella.
He's a big
He is.
boy.
He's a large fella.
He attaches these leaves to the bottom of his feet. He's very happy. The forest is pretty slimy and pretty dirty, and he was getting a little bit tired. His calluses were growing, and he was not enjoying that.
Enjoy your leaves, mister. All right, I guess.
We
Picasso.
continue forth.
Yeah, but when we get to that bend in the leaves, I'm gonna do another perception check.
Yeah,
for
I'm
Fruit
gonna
Snack.
want to do a perception check as well, even if I'm at a disadvantage.
Oh, I don't get advantage. I just get regular with Fruit Snack.
What?
I keep on dropping my dice when I go to roll it.
So as you guys are looking across the top of the stump where that hooded figure was, you can see a way out of the clearing and into another thicket area of the woods.
All right, I got a dirty 20 on my perception check.
All right, perfect. So you guys leave this clearing, and Kenya's looking around, and as you move your way through the shrubbery and vines, Ken, you notice that the atmosphere seems eerily quiet. There's nothing around you in any way that you can see, other than in front of you is just a cluster of large, old oak trees that stand out amongst the rest. They look ancient, and they're covered in many deep holes where little forest creatures might have nested in at some point.
It's quiet, guys, and these trees look awfully old. I think we should go over there with caution because it is really quiet. But these trees they look weird.
The silence
Max
is
slammed
uncomfortable.
her hammer into one of the tree trunks.
No.
No, Max!
So as you guys are walking towards these old trees, Max, you pull up your hammer. But before you take a swing, all of you just hear, just traveling in the wind, just caressing against your ears, just voices that says, "Hello, stranger. You look tired. I can
Did you
help.
hear that?
Why don't you put
What
your
is that?
hands?
I'm not taking a nap in this shit.
Why
What is
don't
that?
Why don't you put your hands inside of my trunk? Can you
Ew, I'm not doing that.
Can you all please roll me an intelligence saving throw?
Is this
Yes.
charm? Is this charm?
It is charm.
Madris cannot be charmed.
Oh.
Or
Okay.
has advantage against charm. Is it advantage
It's-
against charm, or she can't be charmed?
I would say because this is a check, you would have advantage.
Anyway,
think
Max got a
elf.
4.
Wisdom.
Intelligence.
Kenya. Oh,
I don't have
intelligence.
intelligence listed on my thing here, on my skills chart.
It's up at
Oh,
the
it is.
top.
I see it. Okay.
Yeah. I got a 14.
A 14.
I got an 11, but I'm confused on whether or
A
not
4.
Madris has advantage.
You
got
have
a-
advantage.
You got a 4,
Okay.
Max?
Oh, so I can roll twice?
You can roll
and
twice.
then you take the higher, because you're an elf.
Hey, on my second roll, I got an 18. Fuck yeah.
So Kenya and Madris, you kind of look at these trees and you're thinking, that's not right. That's not right. I'm not going to do that. Max, you can feel this nice little whisper of this tree just saying, you look tired. Just put your hand inside of my trunk. And everything inside of you is just drawn to this old oak tree. You just open your hand and drop your hammer, and you stick your hand right inside of this tree trunk. And the instant that you do, you feel it grip around your wrist. And you take...
Let it be known that Max fell for the trees because they sounded like her favorite, like, nanny from the orphanage.
You were gonna say they sounded hot.
You take...
No!
You take
Like,
3...
it reminds her of bedtimes in the orphanage.
You take 3 points of psychic damage from this tree. You are just stuck. Your hand is stuck inside of this tree, and as you are trying to pull your hand up, it's just damage. It's just damage, yeah, from your hit points. You can feel something coming from this tree traveling up your arm, and it starts to give you the biggest headache.
Guys,
Max!
Darling, you gotta take your hand out of the tree. Just slide your hand.
Can Madris rush forward to try and pull her back?
You can.
Is that something they can do?
You can if you want to roll
guys,
me a...
I think I gotta just take a nap.
No!
What do I need to roll?
If you would like to roll me a d20, if you roll an 11 through 20, I will allow you to give Max a help action to get out.
Okay.
You know, the ground's really gross, and I don't feel...
Oh no, I rolled a 2!
The ground's really gross,
sorry,
I don't
Max.
think you should nap here. Kenya's also gonna run up and do the same thing.
Okay.
Once Madris falls. 5.
5.
Neither one of us did anything to help.
Alright, Max, would you like to roll me another intelligence saving throw?
14.
14 does it. So, you hear this tree just talking to you in your brain as you start to get its headache, and it says, why don't you just take a nap? You can just be here with me and live in the forest. And something about that, you can hear your friends kind of behind you saying, take your fucking hand out of the tree. And you're kind of thinking, yeah, that may be a good idea because this is kind of hurting my head. So you manage to pull your hand free from the tree and you don't take any more damage.
You were right.
Okay.
She just said she didn't want to look for it. She thinks it smells.
Okay. So we're in this sort of like clearing, and then in the center are these trees. Is there an exit?
Would you like to roll me a perception check?
Got my little submarine cat.
And as you're doing this, these trees are saying, hey, you look tired. Please just stay a while.
Oh, well, I got a nat 1.
I would say even with a nat 1, I'm not going to tell you what you see here, but you do see just to the other side of the trees there is another way out.
Let's go.
Can I roll for perception or
Just do it. Just do it. There's no harm in it.
Max,
okay, 13. I got a 13.
So you're going to head out through this thing and then I'll tell you what you can see with your 13?
Okay, excellent. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay, so you guys turn away from these trees. Max, you're kind of nursing the little bit of a wound you got from this tree, but you manage to turn away. The caressing whispers of these oak trees is falling away, and you peer through this way out, and there's a pretty wide path that's just traversing through the forest. There's moss lining the ground. The air seems to be a little denser here, a little bit more foggier.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the sounds of your own breathing in and out, the footsteps of your feet against the mossy path, you can just hear the distant sounds of just ravens cawing at one another, just caw, caw. And the natural pathway is really long and winds around a bend.
Okay, got it.
We're still feeling like earlier we were feeling like something was evil, or...
Are we still feeling that? The impending sense of evil.
So as you're going down this path, Kenia and Madris, you're feeling okay. This doesn't feel as innately evil as the previous paths are feeling.
Okay.
Max, as you're walking along, you start to get the feeling that someone might be watching you. Can you
Just
please,
Max feels that?
just Max.
Check.
Can you please make me a perception check?
We got an 11.
You turn around because you definitely feel like someone is watching you. And as you turn around, no one else seems to notice this but you. Everyone's just walking forward. You turn around and you see the eerie light of something spectral through the fog. As you start to focus on it, you recognize Oscar's face among a see-through ghostly form as he's just floating and following you through this path.
Oh my god!
Oscar, is that you?
What? Wait, can we hear her talking
We
to
hear her?
You can hear Max, but you don't see anything.
Max,
Max.
are you alright?
Dude.
Who are you talking to? Oscar's the fella that died.
I know,
Max?
but he's here. Dude, tell me that, like,
Where?
tell me how you died.
Where is he?
No one's there, Max.
There's nothing here.
Like, reach out to this, like, ghostly form and it's like, dude.
I think the tree messed with your head, Max. There's no one there.
There's nothing behind us or in front.
He's here. He's been watching me this entire time.
Max,
I knew he didn't
there's
just leave.
nothing here.
So as you're talking to Oscar, no one else notices him, and he doesn't speak. His expression doesn't change. He just watches you. He's just floating. Every time you reach out to him, he seems to get further away. And when you pull your hand back, he gets a little closer again, and he's just watching you.
Like, alright, if you just want to, like, hang out and watch, dude, like, I don't know, like, give me something.
Max, are you alright?
Max, there's no one
yeah,
there.
I can see him. He's
But
like,
can you
literally
touch him?
There.
Wait. You can see him, but can you touch him? Where are you seeing him? Maybe if you touch him, then we'll be able to see him.
Oh,
But we can't see him.
We can't see it.
it's because you guys didn't know Oscar. Right?
This forest is dangerous, and it's clearly tricky. What if it's tricking you with this?
Do that. It didn't know Oscar.
But it
But
knows you now.
you.
It got into your brain with that tree. It gave you a headache.
My
and
hand, not my brain.
your brain is in your head, darling.
It clearly messed with
No,
you
it's
if you
not
went in and
that.
touched it.
Nah, I don't think that's true.
Why won't you listen to us?
Why won't you believe us? We have your
I've
best
known
interest
Oscar
at
longer
heart.
than I have known you guys, and I trust him more.
But what is he saying to you then?
Nothing. He's just watching. He's making sure that I'm safe.
How do you know he's making sure you're safe? Just like he could be a ghost, he could be a devil.
He's not a devil. He's a ghost.
It might be a devil
He would never do
picking
anything
that
but keep us
form
safe.
because you might be a devil picking that form because they know that you'll feel that way. Trust us.
This
There's
forest
nothing-
already made illusions with the man and the spiders.
Nah, devils aren't a thing, and a devil's not gonna take up Oscar, if anything.
Devils aren't a
I've
thing.
yet
You're
to
gonna
like
tell
it.
us devils aren't a thing? I know for a fact devils are a thing.
We saw a man turn into a bunch of tiny spiders. That's
It's just
weird.
like, yeah, but that's not the devil. That's just like, I don't know, magic shit. I don't know how magic works.
This could be
I'm not
magic. You've seen Kenya do magic up close.
But you can't do ghosts. Can you magically bring up someone that I knew from my past?
With the proper training and some of the books that I've read, because all of the magic I know is from reading books, and everything I know is like simple stuff because I haven't studied as much as I would need to know. There are spells where you can dig through people's memories, and there are illusory spells. I mean, fruit snack right here. Fruit Snack makes some fireworks, and Fruit Snack catches prestidigitation, and fireworks twirl around Max's head and kind of like shape into the face of Kenya's face, and then Fruit Snack's face, and Fruit Snack's like cuddling into Kenya through this fire. Like anything is possible with magic. Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not possible.
Nah, this is Oscar, dude. I feel it. I can feel it. It's him.
We've
Okay.
gone this far together, and we've risked our lives together. You should trust us on this one.
And okay.
I risked my lives with a lot
Okay,
of people.
no.
That's
Kenya holds up her
official.
hand. Kenya holds up her hand to Max and her hand up to Madris, and she like takes a deep breath and she goes, "All right, let's think logically. We don't think that it's good. We don't think that this is good magic, but you think this is your friend. Why don't we just take caution? Why don't, if he's following you and he's making sure that you're being safe, then we can continue on our journey without him disrupting us, and we'll leave him be, and we'll leave you be, and you can chat with him as long as you come with us. Don't keep following him because we don't know where he's trying to lead you. And if he's trying to make sure you're safe on your journey, then we need to continue the journey he's supposed to be watching you on.
Find enough solution to me.
Walks in the other direction. Is he gonna follow or is he gonna pull away?
You can try and find out.
Okay, she would like to do that.
So you guys continue walking, and he's just floating behind you, just following.
Is he following?
Yeah. He's hanging out, and she like kind of pulls back from the group instead of spearheading it for one. She's kind of like trailing behind, and she's sort of just like very content to just hang out with this little Oscar.
All right,
Madris is gonna lean over at Kenia and be like, I don't trust this.
I mean, she's not gonna trust us any more than she's gonna trust the visage of her friend. We have to let her see whatever she's seeing. The only thing we can do is keep an eye on her and make sure that it doesn't turn foul. I mean, it's a forest. It's gonna be full of nasty things, but it's not gonna just be nasty things. Maybe he is watching. I don't have a good feeling about it, and I think we should stay cautious. But and Kenya like looks over at Max, like smiling and looking content. I mean, it doesn't seem to be doing any harm right now.
I suppose you're right. And then Madris looks over her shoulder, frowns, and turns back to Kenya with the frown and is just like, I'm worried for her.
Am too. Sildar,
Yes?
what are you thinking?
He turns around, he looks at Max and turns back to you guys as you're walking, and he says, I think that spirits walk among us, and if he is not doing us any harm, and he's only bringing Max some joy, I say we let it be. We don't know how long he's going to be here. We don't know how long he's even been here to begin with. We should just leave him be.
I guess it's settled then.
Can Max try and hold hands with Oscar? Or is he just gonna like float a little bit away?
Every time you kind of reach out to him, he just kind of floats a little bit away until you move your hand away. He kind of stays about 3 foot away from you.
She does continue to keep trying to hold hands with this ghost and flopping. Let it be known.
Max,
Yeah?
like, just let us know if he says anything to you or anything at all, please.
If it's important to you guys, sure. I'll let you know.
It is. Your safety is very important to us.
We care about you.
So you keep walking?
Yeah.
We keep walking.
You reach the end of this wide pathway. Oscar's still there, just following Max around. You come to the start of another big clearing. For about 10 feet in front of you, the ground and everything all around, even hanging from the tree line, are thick thorn bushes and thorny vines just hanging down. Through the thicket, you can see little light flickering in through the plants at the other side.
Well, shall we go through it? Or try
Max
to break
wants
through
to
it?
pat the plant.
You want to pet the thorns?
Basically, yeah, she's gonna like stick her hand on them. Because she's
Okay.
not the brightest spark in the
You
box.
take 2 piercing damage.
Oh my god. Okay, so wait, re-explain what we're looking at.
So you're looking through this clearing. It's just full of thick thorny bushes and thorny vines hanging from the top. The way this is going to work is, unless you can find another way to get through it, you just have to all roll Constitution saving throws twice. One to get to the middle, and then one to get to the other side of the clearing.
Okay.
Just wait, because I'm gonna roll an investigation to see if we can. Everybody roll investigation. See if we can try to find a way to not take damage through this. Investigation, and I'm gonna use fruit snack for the help action, so I don't get disadvantage. Because we're still getting disadvantage from the fog, right?
For an investigation, no.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna use fruit snack for advantage. 11. My other roll was a nat 1.
That one, fuck that.
But I got an 11 for my investigation. See if someone else gets better, though.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll. Okay, I rolled a 4.
Is Max gonna look around, or is Max just gonna take...
Yeah, Max got a 15.
Oh, slay.
So what are you trying to investigate?
We're trying to see if there's another way to get out of the thorns without having to take damage.
I would say if you were to try and... They'll be vulnerable to fire. that'll either remove the bushes at the bottom or the thorns at the top. So if you were to do it that way, you just have to roll 1 Constitution saving throw each.
If I have Firebolt as a cantrip, I can cast it as many times as I want, right?
I would say we're probably going to move to initiative if you go and attack them.
Right. So I can kind of like throw some fire at them, at the ones in the back, right? I can throw the ones at the back. So here's what I'm thinking, because we're going to throw fire at this and then it's going to do something, right? So I can throw them at the front and then we can just run, or I can throw them at the back. We can take the damage and then be able to escape quicker. I can either start us. I mean, we can try that, but they seem very susceptible to fire.
Max would like to swing her hammer at the bush.
All right, at the same time, Kenya's going to cast Firebolt at the first bunch of thorns.
Madris is just going to sigh and, like, shake her head at these actions. Not that she disagrees. She's just like, wow, these are my 2 best friends.
All right, yeah, at the same time as Max, you're going to attack the bushes in front of us?
Yeah.
So as Max attacks the bushes in front of us, Kenya's going to do the thorns at the end.
There's vines hanging from the top, and there's bushes all at the bottom.
All right, I'll do... What are you attacking? I'll do whatever Max isn't attacking. All right, so I guess I'll Firebolt the thorns.
The bushes at the bottom or the vines at the top?
The vines at the top.
Okay, they're all thorns. It's all thorns. You can roll to hit.
Oh, that's definitely gonna hit. It's a natural 18. Do I need to add my modifier?
No.
And then it's gonna be a D10. 5 damage.
5 damage. So you cast...
But now they're on fire.
They are on fire. So you cast fire on these thorns, and they start burning. Not in a way that normal plant matter would burn. They're burning as though you're burning people alive. And they start just screaming. So you just in your head, though, you just hear in your head just the sounds of thousands and thousands of just screaming humans. And you take...
Kenya screams.
4 psychic damage.
4 psychic damage?
4 psychic damage.
Oh, I don't have very much HP, guys.
Kenya?
Yeah, Kenya has collapsed to the ground, like clutching her head as the screams erupt.
Madris has fallen to her knees beside her and is like trying to hold her hand and like assess what's wrong.
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Are you taking a swing too, Max?
Yeah, Max got 8.
An 8? That still hits. I would say with a hammer, you can probably attack half of the bushes at the bottom. If you'd like to go ahead and roll attack.
7. Oh, plus 5, so 13.
13?
I mean, 12.
Okay, so you
12.
hit a whole bunch of these ones at the bottom, and you take just 1 psychic damage for that.
Wow.
So again, you're smacking them, and it's not like you are hitting a bush, it's like you're hitting a person, and it feels that way through the hammer as you're hitting. It feels like you're cracking a skull, and you're just smacking and smacking and smacking, and you just hear the sound of bludgeoning heads in your mind as you hit these. But because you have done damage, you can roll a Constitution save just once with advantage to go through.
But did I not get advantage?
Yeah, all of you. You can roll just 1 Constitution saving throw with advantage to get through. There's just a couple of bushes at the bottom that Max couldn't get with the hammer.
Okay.
17.
I rolled a 17 as well.
I got a 12.
That still passes. The DC was 10. So with these burning vines at the top that are just dripping kind of burnt flesh and tar from the top, and then these bleeding, bloody bushes at the bottom, you guys can go by and you miss all of the thorns. As you look back, Max, you see that Oscar is staying on the other side of the thorns. He's just looking at you.
Wait, dude, come on.
Oscar?
Smell like burning flesh because of from the thorns.
Yeah,
Sorry, I just have to ask.
It smells like burning flesh and burning hair.
Oscar? Oscar? Is he not responding to us at all?
What's happening?
Dude, you're not gonna get hurt. You're a ghost. Like, it's fine. Come on.
Can you roll me a religion check for me, Max?
A 1.
So I would say even with a 1, you don't really understand what's going on, but you see that he cannot leave where you've left him He's not upset. He just seems peaceful.
Max is gonna step back over the bushes to hang out with him.
Max, what are you, Max?
What are you doing?
And so she like comes up behind him and tries to like grab at him, but in a way that like pushes him towards the bushes, kind of thing.
You have to roll me another Constitution saving throw to get back through the bushes.
Yep, 19.
That passes.
Brilliant.
See, like after
What are you
hearing,
doing?
you know, like when Max called for Oscar, Kenia started calling for Oscar too, because she kind of like surmised that it was because he's not coming. So now Kenia is also pleading with Oscar to just come on, because she knows it's the only way Max is gonna come. So she's just like, Oscar, come on, bud, you gotta follow us. And like she's like looking to Madris for help.
Do you think, okay, can Madris roll a religion check in to pray for a moment? I think she's gonna like have a prayer moment. That's what I'm feeling. When in doubt, she's gonna pray to Melora.
And I would
WWMD.
say
rolled a natural 20.
and that 20. So you
WWMD. What would Melora do?
What would Melora do?
So, Madris, you close your eyes, and even though this is a cursed forest, it is still something that the Wild Mother would count as being a part of her. So you feel very, though it is evil, you feel very at home here. So you close your eyes, and you just kind of ask for some guidance from Melora. And though she's not going to speak to you, you instantly get filled with this warmth that this is Oscar. This isn't a projection of him. This is not a curse. This is not a trick. This is the spirit of Oscar.
Hey,
and
whoa.
With a nat 20, there is magic in this forest. It is one of the 4 magical forests that's around the realm. You would know this. These forests are known for, if there is some kind of unfinished business for a spirit or a past soul, then they're known to linger around certain places that are filled with magic.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you.
So you can kind of assume that this is Oscar, but perhaps there's some evil in the woods that he cannot move from where he is. That nice little stretch where it was quiet and there was just the ravens cawing, you haven't heard any animals anywhere else in the forest. So that seems like it hasn't been touched with this curse. So that's why Oscar cannot move forward from this area.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Madris is going to come back down from her prayer high.
Her religious high.
Like, she seems now like whatever tension, fear, distrust Madris had in her has melted away. She is at peace with the knowledge that she has obtained. And she looks over to Kenia. It's real. He's real.
That doesn't help us get her back.
I don't think he's coming out of there.
Well, let her know that. And she's looking at Max. She needs to come. We can't separate.
She's calling out to Max now, Madris is.
What?
He's real, but he can't leave.
Why the fuck not? And I know he's real.
Because this forest is cursed, and he can't leave that section.
Nah, he's coming with us. He's gonna come with us. It's easy. Come on.
He can.
Oscar.
The magic is literally stopping him.
Well, I'm not fucking leaving him behind.
You don't have a choice.
Behind once, right? And he died.
Either he has unfinished business, and you need to help him with that, or we have to go and come back for him later.
No, I'm not leaving him. He's like, I'm not leaving him. You
Come
guys
back.
can go and do whatever, but no.
Ask him
Max
what,
is
why
Can
he's
I
here.
perception check a different way to go? Can I perception check a different way for like Max to go that isn't the thorns? Because she's gonna look around for like a different kind of entry. Because she's like, nah, fuck this. I'm not leaving. Oscar.
You can perceive, but there's no other way out of this. He cannot leave this little section.
Bound
look
by
at him and
magic.
But if you would like to do an insight check on him.
Yes. Oh fuck, that was a nat 1. Fuck me.
I would say even with a nat 1, you're kind of listening to what Madris is saying, and you're not a smart person, but you're kind of piecing together that the rest of this forest isn't quite right, and trees don't bleed. That was weird. They also don't scream. That was also weird. So you kind of come to the small conclusion that in order to rescue Oscar and give him some kind of freedom, you have to save this forest first.
Okay. She's gonna look at Oscar. She's gonna look at him for a really long moment. She's gonna be like, dude, do you want me to save you? Or do you want me to stay here with you? Because I can't do both. But I don't want to leave you and have you gone forever again.
So he looks at you. His expression still doesn't change and he doesn't speak. But you do notice that the glowy kind of spiritual body that he has, it looks like to you that he's raising his little arm and pointing towards the other side of the thorns.
With that one, Max is gonna give him like a 2-finger salute off her forehead. And she's gonna be like, dude, I'll be back. And hop back over the thorn. So I have to constitution check, right?
Mm-hmm. With advantage.
Yeah, 12 or 10. So
that does
12.
it. That does it. So you can get back through. Again, you're just getting some more of like the smell of that burnt flesh from above you. So as you guys are standing here at the other side of these thorn bushes, you see that the path splits off into two. There's a little path to the left and another path to the right.
Can we roll a perception check?
You certainly can. At this point, the fog has cleared a little bit, so you can just roll a straight perception check.
18.
I have my cat on my head.
10.
I think 18.
What are you all? Do you all want to perceive the same thing, or do you all want to perceive
I'm gonna
different things?
perceive the left side of the path. The left.
I'll perceive the right then, and then we'll get a full picture.
Just gonna generally look around because she's still a bit disorientated from Oscar.
So with a 5 max, with that I'll allow you to turn around and then you can still see the glowing outline of Oscar at the other end of the thorn bushes. He seems happy, he seems at peace that you made the decision that you did. Madris, looking at the left-hand side, you see it goes around a dark bend, but as you look down to the floor of the forest, you see that fog from before just kind of seeping up. And then Kenia, looking over to the right, you see there's another winding path, but there's no fog on that side.
All right, there's no fog over here. It looks clear.
Fog is starting to creep back up over here. Then she points to where the left side is.
I mean, we're trying to get to the root of the evil, right? So we should go towards the fog?
I think we shall. Max, what say you?
Max just kind of like looks back one more time and she's like, well, Oscar kind of looks like he's pointing to the left. I guess we'll go left.
We're going to help your friend, and we're going to defeat the evil that's holding this forest captive. Left it is.
Alrighty, so you go down to the left, and you go around another bend and you start walking through the vines and you get to a dead end filled with more of those vines.
Alright, I cast Firebolt.
Alright, you want to roll to hit?
I sure will. Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not hit.
Okay, well, Max, that's all you.
Max is gonna swing at it, and she gets 16.
16 hits. Roll your damage.
9.
Okay, so you pull up your hammer and you smack into this. Again, it's like you're smacking a skull. Blood starts to pour out of these vines, but you manage to smack all the way through. And you just, as you're looking through, you just see Oscar's spirit right there.
Oh, Max is gonna run towards it. Be like, bro, Oscar, you're back.
Is she gonna go through?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys go through this little hall that's still bleeding and dripping some blood, and as you walk through, as Sildar, who's coming up the back, goes through, the vines go back up, and it's completely sealed again, and you're back where you were before you went through the thorns.
God! Sorry, I'm like...
Groundhog Day, huh? Oh.
It really should have been a sign when you could see Oscar, but Max is too stupid to see that.
Well,
Oh, okay, well,
let's try this one more time.
alright, I'm casting Firebolt again.
Good to see you again, Buddy. And she like waves at Oscar because now she's
Alright,
like
five,
she
six.
considers him a pal, a spiritual pal.
I like the fact that she can't see where Oscar actually is, so she's probably
She's
not
waving at
waving
the air. That's the funny thing is I think she's waving at the air. But like she can
Alright.
she knows.
I cast Firebolt and I get a 16 on the vines.
On the vines to go back where you came from?
Yeah.
So you cast with a 16. Because you already pierced it, it's come back. The DC is 20 for this instead of 10. So you cast Fireball on it, and it just puts out the fire, and then the vines grow even thicker in that spot.
Okay, can I cast it again and have Fruit Snack give me a help action?
You can.
I hit with a 21.
20. Okay, so you can hit this. Roll your damage.
We are lucky that I poured everything into my spell attack bonus, guys.
Literally
5 damage.
So you pick you have casted Fireball on this, and even though it's really thick and really hefty, you gouge out a hole, and you guys can manage to go through again back down that path. You veer off to the right, and then you're the other side of the thorns again.
No more spiders?
No more spiders. You're where you are when you crossed over the thorns in the first place.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the right side of the path then.
Alright, let's go to the right.
To the right.
Well, I guess it was always right.
It was right to go right. I thought the fog was a dead giveaway, guys. Come on.
I
They're
thought
trying
that we were going back to the evil.
Yeah, and we were meant to, like, because we're trying to heal the forest, right? So you would think that where the fog is originating would be where the evil to the forest is.
Not to where we just were.
Max is stupid.
See,
That's all I'll say.
so you
I'm
guys
too smart.
So you guys veer off to the right, and after a very short little winding path with the very tall trees ahead, with, again, them meeting at the top and they're blocking out all of the sunlight, you stumble into another clearing filled with trees and vines.
Can I have
Evil vines?
perception? Can I roll for perception?
Yep, you can all roll for perception, and you no longer have a disadvantage.
That means I get advantage. Eventually, Fruit Snack's gonna decide to quit helping me with things.
I'm not here to do work.
I got
I'm here to eat
I
bacon.
got a 5 with
I-
my bonus.
I rolled 2 2s.
Oh no.
Whoa.
So that's a 3. I just said that's Fruit Snack deciding to not help me. That is Fruit Snack saying, "No, Mom, I'm tired," and he has now curled into the hood of my cloak and has fallen asleep.
What did you get, Max?
Max got a 5.
So with those very great perception checks you all had there, it's a clearing, and as you take a step inside of this clearing, you hear some creaking and some cracking, like thick wood vines rolling up against one another. And the vines in the middle of this room start to twist and twitch around you guys as you walk. Could you all please be so kind as to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yes.
18. Wait,
Oh,
no, I have a
I
19.
got a 16.
I got a 19.
So with those rolls, you all feel vines start to snake around your ankles as an attempt to trip you up. But you guys are all pretty nimble. Sildar too, he got a 15. You managed to just move your feet out the way so they don't trip you up. But all of the trees around you shift, twist, and creak and start to form 4 twig blights. They pull their roots from the ground and start moving towards you. The branches on these trees twist together to form humanoid-looking bodies with long, hulking arms and thorns for claws. So
Aggressive gurus.
Scary
Wait,
groups.
are we in initiative? Like, are we in combat?
At the start of the initiative is actually you, Kenia. So you've got these 4 twig blights that are just bulking themselves up, twisting their limbs, and have these gnarled faces, and their mouths are just opening up, and you just see a huge cavern of just blackness inside of their mouths.
I mean, I guess it's real lucky that I stocked Firebolt today. Alright, I'm gonna cast Firebolt. That's gonna be an 18.
Is there anyone in particular you wanting to go for?
Just one of them.
Okay, so that does, I believe, hit. Yes.
Okay, a d10. Only 4 damage, but then Fruit Snack's gonna spring up, and he is gonna take a swipe at him with his claws.
Okay.
He got a 13 to hit.
That
The
hits.
same one I just hit.
That is
Perfect,
the armor
and then
class.
he rolls a d4 and gets 2, so we have done a total of 6 damage!
So they're not very strong. This one in particular that you went for is not very strong. So you cast on this guy before he can make any moves. He just goes up in hulking flames, and he's just fucked up. He just goes back down and just gets absorbed by the earth. He's gone.
Yes.
I have only used cantrips so far, and I was afraid that wasn't gonna do much. Alright, yeah, that's...
Certainly did a lot.
I'm gonna use my movement to get in front of Madris, because she can shoot over my shoulder, and I have the shield reaction.
Oh,
So I'm gonna get
smart.
I'm gonna get in front of Madris with my movement to try to entice them to hit me first.
Okay.
So Kenya's gonna go step back, Madris, because I know mechanically Max has more hit points than
Okay.
Madris.
Okay, so next up in a initiative, that is you, Max.
Firstly, it's really funny that you say that because Max is the most damaged one right now. Anyways,
I know, but you have second wind that you can use at any point.
yeah, I forgot how that works, but I'll look it up in a second. Max is
Just do it.
obviously like, fuck these aggressive Groots, and is going to take a swing at whichever one is closest, or whichever two are closest to her.
So
There are
one,
those of them, right? And
yeah,
so
there was one of them going after each of you. So there is one that is currently walking its way towards you.
Then she's gonna swing at that one with her hammer.
Okay, roll to hit.
17.
That hits.
Great, and then I'm gonna do damage, which is this one, which is 9.
Oof,
And then
nice.
as a bonus action right now, Max, what you can do is you can cast second wind, and then you can roll a d10 and get that many hit points back.
I would like to do that.
So you swing your hammer on this fucking tree, and you just smack it. And with the force behind this hammer, you just fucking knock this tree into 2 completely separate parts. It just rips in 2, gets absorbed by the floor, and then with this, you just feel this power come inside of you as you take your second wind.
Oh, 9! Yo! That means I get 9 hit points back, right?
Yes, that does.
You guys
Madris, Madris, that's now
Hey.
you.
Okay, gonna roll. Okay, I got a 16. I'm gonna shoot at one of them, obviously.
Okay,
Oh,
yep,
my
that,
bad.
That hits.
16? Okay. I got a 9.
A 9, Jesus.
Right? I
Whoosh.
would roll the D8, right? Correct? If my
Yeah.
thing does... Yeah.
So you pull your bow back.
Oh, no, I got 6. My bad.
6?
That's not corrected. I got 6. My bad. I was like, wait a minute. If I'm rolling the D8, how the fuck did I get 9? Did I read it wrong?
You do add something though. Your
Oh,
longbow
yeah.
should
Oh my
have.
god, yeah, I have +2, so that would be 8.
So you pull your bow back on this hulking tree that is just making its way towards you with its mouth just open. It just goes as it's walking towards you. And you pull your bow back and you shoot it over Kenia, who's kind of standing in front of you, ready to protect you. And this arrow goes straight through this open mouth of this fucking twig blight. And it just falls, it just rips it in 2, and it just gets absorbed by the floor.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Oh, Madris.
So the 3 next people were the 3 that y'all have fucking killed. So next up is Sildar. He's just gonna go after the last one here. He hits. So he's got his nice sword back. He's gonna do... Almost killed this guy. He's the team letdown. I'm so sorry. So he goes forward with his long sword, and he just goes to slash this tree. He's cut off one of its arms, so it just has one clawed arm right here. And it's now this final twig blight is going to take a swing. I would say it's going to go after Sildar, because Sildar just cut its fucking arm off.
Fair enough.
9. It's got a minus on the hit, so it actually misses. So we're back up to you, Kenya. These trees
All right.
suck.
You know, I've been casting a lot of firebolts. Why don't we just do? It's on death's door.
It is fucked up.
Yeah, I'll do chill touch for flavor. You know, to avoid just spamming an attack. I'll do a
Okay.
chill touch. So I reach out my hand, and like a ghostly hand like comes from mine and touches this tree and gets a 13 to hit.
That hits. That is the AC.
All right, and then I roll a d8. It's a little bit less damage. 4.
You kill this twig blight. How do you want to kill it?
Yeah, so this like ghostly hand reaches out, like mimicking my actions of my own hand, and I kind of just go, no, like I'm like reprimanding Fruit Snack. I'm like, no, and I like squat it away, and then it dies.
So it dies, it falls, and it just gets absorbed into the ground, and the whole ground with these fallen twig blights just twist and shuffle, and they absorb all of the wooden vines back into the forest.
Jesus,
Hell
Sildar,
yeah.
you really goofed it there, huh?
He was the team letdown. My goodness.
I keep on saying Jesus.
I feel like you were part of the forest, Sildar, because you've got leaves on your feet. Is that what happened to you?
He looks down at his feet. He goes, you know, I think you might be right. And he pulls these leaves off his feet. He says, no, absolutely no traction in these. So
Yeah,
Teach you
you're
better
not the
shoes
good
next
dude.
time.
You need some like
You need arch support. You got no
Good.
arch support with those.
you know, at my age, 51, arch support is very important.
You're 51.
I'm 51.
Wow. You look bad for your age.
because
But oh yeah.
and Max's jaw drops a little bit, and for a moment, she does have this brief thought because she was confused with the Goblin King that possibly Sildar could have been her dad.
Would you like to roll an insight
And
check
so
on
she just like
Sildar?
takes it off. She's like, ugh. Like,
Didn't
walks
we
away
already
from it.
determine that Sildar was nobody's father, though? Didn't we already do this?
Perhaps.
But Max is stupid.
Well, let's do it again.
15.
15. Though Sildar might be the right age to be your dad, he looks nothing like you.
Okay. Vibes.
So it's all
Okay.
good. You did not fuck your
She
dad.
will, however, go like, ugh, and like walk away, like shaking a little bit from that because she's like, why did I think that?
So as you guys are standing here in this clearing where these twig blights were, now they're gone, you can kind of see to the other side. You can see there is another path that looks like it's going to be going right into the middle of the Neverwinter Woods.
All right, I'm gonna roll a perception check.
I
And
think that's our way.
3.
So this is the only way you can go
I'm
with a 3.
gonna roll a
Any-
perception check too.
Has
Actually.
anybody else gonna look around, or are we
Oh,
just
I
gonna
got a
take?
nat 20.
Nat
Yeah.
20.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah.
So as you're looking into this little path, this is definitely, as you're looking at it, you have a connection to forest, to nature, to the wild mother. You can feel, even though everything inside of you is saying, do not go down here, there's something really evil in these woods. The other part that has a little bit more sense is saying, this has to be the way that we go. This is going to lead to the center of the woods, and I know that the center of the woods is where the source of all this evil, all this decay, all this decrepit energy is coming from.
Okay, excellent. Madris is gonna take a deep breath as she steadies herself. This is the way. This is where the evil lies.
Yep, I agree. We should go this way.
Together. All of us. I think we can do it.
We'll go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Could have told you that. I checked it out. Checked out. Looks good.
So as you guys walk into this path, and you know it's going to take you further into the woods, you again feel as though this chill, this very icy, cold chill starts to run through your bodies. The blood inside of you almost feels like it's hot under your skin, where it's pumping, 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 and your breath starts to get visible when you exhale. The path is quiet. You cannot hear the crows from before. The trees around you have overgrown above the tree line that makes you absolutely unable to tell if it's even nighttime or daytime. There's not even the slight resemblance of, sunlight peeking through. As you're walking, the back of all of your neck starts to tickle, as though someone's standing right behind you, just breathing against the back of your neck. And you just hear, Max, Kenia, Madris. The only thing you can slightly distinguish within those whispers is just your own names repeated over and over and over again. All the other words, vowels, consonants, are nothing but the whistle of the wind.
Wow.
Yeah? What's up? Oh, hello?
Madris is gonna reach out for Kenia and Maxwell's hands to hold hands.
Yeah, Kenia's gonna let her hold her hand, but then she's gonna go, you gotta speak up if you want me to answer you. Like, I'm not a mind reader, and you're not, like, you're kind of, like, mumbling, so...
We're not afraid of you.
So you guys are just walking, and you're just hearing...
Yeah, you really gotta enunciate, guys. Like use your tongue and your lip.
You don't scare us.
Yeah, again.
I love Madris is just like, yeah, this doesn't scare me. And Kenya's like, speak for yourself.
Okay.
Madris huff out a lot of air so that she can keep seeing the, condensation. Which finds it entertaining.
So you guys just gonna keep walking?
They're just gonna keep moving.
Yeah.
Keep trucking.
Gonna keep going.
So you just keep walking, you go around the bend, it's still icy cold, and you just hear... just tickling the back of your neck. It's no language that you've ever heard before, if it even is a language at all. And you reach another break in the thicket. You see the start of another hollowed out area in the forest. And then in the very, very distance, as these start to kind of fade out so you can't hear it as much, you just hear the gentle sound of just trickling water as though it's from a stream.
Well,
I will go towards the water.
Like, keep moving. We're going towards the water.
Maxwell, perception check.
Oh, yeah, a perception check would be good. I'm also gonna do one, I think.
I'll do one for funsies, even though I'm gonna go towards the water. Either way.
I
20.
I got
30,
14.
30, 20. 30, 20.
So you all rolled high enough as when you walk into this clearing, you just see the shadowy figures of 5 individuals just step into the clearing from the thicket break onto the other side where the running water's coming from. They're dressed kind of like commoner bandits, just tatty clothes, hooded figures. And as you're perceiving them, you have spotted them, which is good. They all just raise their bows towards you and pull back the strings. And we are now in combat.
Oh my god, okay.
So 2 bandits are acting first. One is going to go after Kenia, who was so hell-bent into running into the clearing in the first place. He got a 17 to hit. And then the second one is going to go, I would say, after you, Madris. That got a 10 to hit.
Okay, I have a 13, so that did not
So that
hit.
one misses you, but he does get you with his little crossbow, Kenia. He got a 3, so you take 3 points of damage, Kenia.
I hellish rebuke.
Okay.
Fuck you. You make a dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
Okay, he got, what does he have for dex? He got a 13.
Full damage, 2d10. I get to cast real spells and not just cantrips. Alright, one sec. Math time. That is 13 damage.
Alright. So, as this bandit pulls back and they fire, the first guy and the second guy shoot arrows. One misses you, Madris, just by a small hair. One hits you, Kenia. And then you cast this hellish rebuke, and this hellfire comes out of you and just gets this guy, and he's gone. He's dead. That guy is dead. And that
Kenia
is now
bloodied.
that is now you, Kenya. You have 4 of these bandits right at the other side of the clearing.
Okay, let's see. Are they within 120 feet?
They are within 120 feet. They're only
I'm
30 feet away.
I'm casting Firebolt. And instead of having Fruit Snack take an attack, because he can't get over there in time, he doesn't have 30 feet of movement, can he just give me advantage on this?
I would say yes.
Okay. Alright, that's gonna be a 22 to hit.
22 to hit. Are you going for the one that tried to shoot Madris?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep,
Aw.
that hits.
And that is 5 damage.
5 damage. So you shoot this at him and you just blast him right in the chest.
Yep, and as a bonus action, I am going to take a healing potion.
Okay, so roll for that. Take it as a bonus action.
I heal for 7, which brings me back to full. Yay.
So this next bandit is gonna go after you, Max.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
That was your bandit to begin with. So he's just gonna go ahead and hit you, try and hit you with the crossbow. He
Okay.
got a 16 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
So he pulls
Our
back
armor
his
class is garbage.
He pulls back his crossbow. He shoots at you for 6 damage.
Oh shit. Yep. Okay. Great.
Yup.
Yup.
Oh.
That's you now, Max.
Okay, Max is gonna use her longbow and try and shoot back at this motherfucker because she's not very happy. Having
Alright.
pulled out the water. Wait. Can she pull out the arrow that this guy shot at her and shoot it back at him?
Absolutely.
Oh my god,
That is badass.
The arrow out of wherever it's hit, sticks it in her bow, and fires at him for a 13.
That hits.
Haha.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the damage is 11.
Oof. So this guy has shot you, and then you pull out this arrow, like out of your fucking shoulder. You put it in your bow. It has your blood on it, and you pull your bow back and you shoot him square in the eye, and he goes right down.
Yes, an icon.
Let it be known that I was making movements of an arrow being pulled out of my shoulder when I was describing it, because I thought it was in the shoulder, and I was like, damn.
Same minds. Same minds.
How on a scale of like 1 to 10, how proud is Madris?
Oh, she is incredibly proud. She's at like an 125 on the proud scale. She's not even in the tens. She's in the hundreds, the thousands, the millions.
So it's now time for the next bandit. He sees how proud you are, Madris, that this just happened.
Yeah.
So he pulls his arrow and he gets a nat 1 to hit, so he misses you.
Okay.
Yeah, he sure does.
Yes.
There's 2 bandits that missed you. There's a third one gonna go for you, though. The last bandit, he's gonna go for you. He gets a 15.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, so he pulls back his crossbow. He just sees 2 of his buddies just miss you. One guy get fucking shot in the eye, and then he sees
says,
that
watch this.
and he turns to the last guys that are alive. He doesn't actually say anything. And he pulls back his bow and gets you for 7 damage.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm on 3 hit points then.
It's okay. You have your long rest potion.
It's okay. I'm good. Okay. Madris is gonna fire right back at him.
Yes.
She's not in the mood to play around. Potions can come in a minute. Like, she's gonna fuck him up first, hopefully.
Yep, it's your turn.
Oh,
Go ahead.
nope. I rolled a 2. She's not fucking anybody up.
So
But you can still bonus action take a potion.
you can bonus action.
Oh yeah,
take a potion.
I will bonus action and take the potion. She takes a sip of the potion.
Wait, are you taking the long rest potion or a regular heal potion?
I don't know. I think she only has the long rest, right? Or does she have another one that I'm unaware of?
I think the only people that have picked up heal potions are me and Matt.
Yeah,
Matt
then
picked up
she's
some.
gonna use the long rest potion.
So with that,
Okay,
you regain all of your hit points.
Yeah, I rolled a 5. What would be the bonus on that? Where would
No,
be-
with the long rest, you just regain all of your hit points.
okay.
It's just like you
Then
took a
roll
long
5.
rest.
Rolled a 5. So back to 10 for Madris we go.
So
But-
you take that potion and instantly you feel like you've had like you don't sleep, but you feel like you've had a full trance. You feel very connected to the earth, like you have just tranced your 4 hours.
Yes, slay. An iconic moment. She's thanking Melora. What would Melora do?
WWMD.
So Sildar's gonna run forward and try and wail on that bandit that just shot you.
Oh, Sildar, we love you.
And he hits. He's actually gonna go ahead and use his javelin, so he can do a ranged attack. He rolled a 1.
Damn.
That's +3, so he does 4 damage. That's something.
Okay.
He's been rolling like garbage, man. Okay, so as we finish a round and go back to the top of the initiative order, can you all please roll me a perception check?
Yes. I roll
13.
11.
15.
So as you guys are fighting, you're just kind of shooting arrows and javelins backwards and forwards. As you look, you catch a slight glimpse of these guys' faces under the shadow of the hood. You see their mouths are sewn shut with thick vines, and their eyes are just wide in absolute fucking terror. They are terrified.
Damn.
They're scared of us?
They're just terrified.
Like suddenly, or like they were like this before?
They were probably like this before, but you just realize that their mouths are just completely sewn shut, and that they just blood is trickling down their chin. And
Ew.
their eyes are wide, like they have seen the worst things that they ever have, and they are just in some kind of psychological trauma.
Oh my god. Poor them.
Okay.
So we go back up to the bandit number 4, who is at half health, and he will shoot at Sildar because he was the last one to have hits. He hits 5, 6, 7 damage for Sildar.
Oh no, Sildar!
Sildar!
He's looking hurt. He got shot in the arm. He just pulls it out of his biceps, kind of gives him a little bit of a flex. And now we're down to you, Kenia.
Okay. I'm just trying to think, because if we're gonna have another encounter, I only have 1 more spell slot, so I guess I'm just gonna do another firebolt. I feel like I'm just like in a video game spamming the same attack, but I don't have many spells. Okay. That's gonna be, I wish I could do math. An 11 to hit.
11 does not hit.
Okay, well, Fruit Snack's gonna,
Is he gonna run forward and attack?
no. Fruit Snack's gonna give me advantage again. I'm gonna try that again.
Okay.
Okay, that one's gonna hit. It was a natural 17.
That hits. Who are you hitting for?
The one that just hit Silvar.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna do a D10. That's only 3 damage.
3 damage. He is looking real hurt. So as you hit this guy with fire, you just see he's trying to open his mouth that is sewn shut, and every time you can see his jaw tensing, and he's trying to open it up, and it just rips the skin around his lips just a little bit more every time he tries to open his mouth.
That's absolutely rancid.
That's you now, Max.
Okay, so wait, we have one dude at half health and one dude that looks like he's dying.
You have one guy with complete full health, one guy about half, and then one guy who's looking fucked up.
Just try to hurt the one that's fucked up.
No.
Maybe try to open their mouth.
Wait, is that an option to open their mouths? Or is that something particularly disgusting?
What if maggots come out when you open the mouth?
I mean,
Ew.
in theory, you can. They're only 25 foot away. You can rush forward as your movement, and you can do an opposed strength check, and you can open the guy's mouth and rip it open if you would so desire.
I kind of want you to.
Would that do any damage to him?
It would probably do a 1d4 of damage, we'll say.
No, Max doesn't fuck with that shit, so Max is just gonna, you see they're 25 feet away, so can she rush towards the one with full health with her warhammer and try and swing at it?
Absolutely.
That is a 9. Does that hit?
That does not hit.
Ugh.
So you rush forward to these bandits, and you're right in the midst of them now. And let's say when you get close, you kind of see how wide their eyes are. They are fucking terrified of you. They're just fucking terrified, and that kind of puts you off a bit. And that's why you kind of swing and miss. It's a new weapon. You're not used to it yet, but they kind of made you feel very uncomfortable with the way they were looking at you.
Max is the heebie-jeebie.
Now we go down to those bandits, and you are in the midst of them now. So this guy with full health is going to take a swing at you. He got a nat 20.
Damn.
Oh, fuck.
Double damage. Oh no.
Double damage. But actually, this is best case scenario because now they're going to hit you with a scimitar, which has slightly less damage.
Oh my goodness. I forgot that I have the shillelagh shamrock and I could shillelagh my. Okay, sorry.
You could.
I'm stupid.
So he only rolled a 2, but we have a. Let's see, scimitar +1, so that's a 3. Double that is 6. So you just take 6 damage from this guy.
Max is passed out.
Max is
Max is down.
So Max is down in the midst of these bandits. It's the half guy's health, the half health guy's turn. He is going to he's gonna take a swing at Max.
Screw him.
He got a 15.
That hits.
So he does hit, but he only has a scimitar, so that he is not gonna kill you.
Kenya's gonna shout, Max!
So you will take 1 death failure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Madris, that's to you now.
We need it to be my turn. So
Can I have a survey of the people one more time? Just
You
to refresh my
absolutely
memory.
can. So as you're looking at what is going on, you guys are standing at one side, the mouthless bandits are at the other side. Max ran forward, got knocked down by 1, and is getting wailed on by these bandits at the other side. There is one guy that's looking fucked up, one guy at half health, and then one guy who just looks completely fine.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the guy at the lowest health, I think. I'm gonna roll to hit. I'm gonna shoot at him, obviously.
Mhm.
Okay, I rolled a 16.
That hits.
Okay, excellent. Then I'll roll with the... Okay, I rolled a 5.
A 5. You fuck this guy right up. You shoot at him, you get him right in the middle of the forehead, he goes straight down.
Okay, good.
Oh, he goes down? That's good.
He goes down. So next up is Sildar. He's gonna run forward, and for his action, he is gonna lay on hands Max. And he's gonna bring you back for a whole 5 hit points. He's gonna give you his whole pool. You are up and you're at 5 hit points.
Brilliant, thank you.
That's it for him.
Let it be known that when he does
Kenia-
that, like, her eyes flutter open and she looks really, like, in love with him for a moment. She's like, oh my god, you brought me back.
So he runs forward and he just scoops you up. These bandits are about to wail on you. He just scoops you up into his arms and he just touches your face, just caresses the side of your face and gives those hit points
Ew.
into you, and you wake up in his arms.
Okay, seeing this, Kenia is going to burst into tears because she was very afraid and she is still a little crybaby.
It's your turn, Kenya.
It's my turn and I'm crying. Okay. Alright, so Kenya's not messing around anymore. Are they wearing, what kind of armor are they wearing?
They're just wearing bandit leather breastplates.
Alright, so Kenya's gonna run up into the mix.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna shillelagh her quarterstaff as a bonus action
Yes.
and swing at the one at full health.
Okay.
And that is going to be 13 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And then it's gonna be a D8 of bludgeoning. 6. And then Fruit Snack is going to jump up behind her, absolutely feral, tail like puffed, and he is also going to take an attack. He only gets a 4, so he's not going to do anything.
So he tries. So you wail on this guy. You run forward across this clearing. You smash this full health bandit just at the side of the head with your quarterstaff, and Fruit Snap wakes up from the little nap that he's been taking. Puffs up, he is really skeeved out by these guys and just kind of goes back inside of your hood. The guy's just looking at him with these wide, terrified eyes.
With his movement, I'm actually going to direct Fruit Snack to go climb onto Max's shoulders, and kind of like dig around in her pockets so that if she goes down again, because she has so little hit points, he's on Max, so he doesn't need to use his movement or anything to get to her. If she goes down again, he is ready.
Okay, smart.
So with this
So,
new little
hi-
kitty cat friend, that's Max's turn.
Ah. Well, the first thing Max does is like, hi, fruit snack, and like pats him. Like his angry little noises don't deter her at all. She's just like, yeah, we're buddies.
she's like, hi, for Snime. He's like, because he's like, we gotta fight.
And is she still in Sildar's arms?
She's still in Sildar's arms.
She does, for a long moment, think about how instead of fighting, she could just hang out in his arms forever. And like really seal up his face really lovingly for a moment. It's like, this could be really good. But then she kind of hears the creepy mouthless dudes, or like sees him and is like, okay, I got shit to do. So she kind of like gets him to put her down. And she, instead of pulling out her warhammer because she's like, fuck, I'm not good at this, she's gonna pull out her short sword and kind of swing in the general direction of both of those, because there's two left, right?
Mm-hmm. They're both at around about half health. One's slightly more damaged than the other.
Can she just kind of generally swing at them, or do I have to pick one?
You have to pick one for now. We don't have cleave yet.
I'll pick the one with the higher damage.
Okay. That's the one that killed you.
Yeah, so she's picking it because she's mad. That was a 13. Does that hit?
That hits.
Okay. Yeah, so she's really mad. She's like, you literally made me pass out. That was kind of embarrassing for all my friends to see because I'm supposed to be the big badass who saves everyone's ass. So she swings at him and she does 10 damage to him.
Ooh.
Oof. So you swing at this guy and he just goes down. You just fucking clean ass chop his head off.
She pulls a finger at him and is like, fuck you, dude.
So
That's right.
So we now go down to
Snack
this.
purrs.
Such a creepy cat.
I love him.
We go down to this last bandit that's
He's
left.
our creepy cat.
So there's one guy left and it's his turn now. And you guys have just killed all the people that he was with and his eyes are still wide and terrified. I'm just gonna roll for him real quick. So he starts to take a few steps back. He can see Madris at the other side of the clearing, still with your bow out. Max is there with a sword. Sildar's there with his sword. And Kenia is there with the staff. And Fruit Snack is there and he's all puffed up. He takes a couple of steps back. He drops his crossbow and his scimitar. And he slips 3 fingers into his mouth from the bottom, brings his other hand up and slips another 3 fingers into his mouth, and he pulls his mouth open. And as he does, the skin around the vines of his mouth just rips. And he's pulling his mouth open, and he keeps pulling and pulling and pulling, and you just hear and he breaks his jaw and just pulls his jaw completely off of his skull, just pulls his skull, rips his whole fucking skull in half, and he's just
don't
down.
have to do that.
He's dead. And you guys are
Okay,
out of
Kenia's
combat.
Kenia's gonna walk over to Maxwell, scoop up Fruit Snack, and just hug him so tight that his eyes bulge a little.
Permission? Can Madris? I think she's gonna throw up. Like, I fear.
Permission to throw up.
Permission for Madris to throw up.
Permission granted.
Max is gonna pat Kenia on the head and just be like, don't worry, dude, you'll see something grosser eventually.
Yeah, no, Kenya's just holding onto Fruit Snack, and she's squeezing him, and he's like chirping. He's like, in like confusion.
Okay, Madris is finished throwing up. She would like to pray for, and she like not even a loud prayer, just like a prayer of like, I hope that guy like crossed over peacefully. That was disgusting. Just, like,
Yeah,
a quick
Kenya
little prayer.
Kenya also would like to pray to Pelor. Could I make a religion check?
We're gonna both need religion checks.
You can both make religion checks.
I got a 6.
I would like to reach out to my deity in this time of need, and with an 11, I am assuming not much. He's not going to have much to say.
So you guys reach out to your deities. Max, you just stood there, and Sildar's just going to reach out and hold your hand.
Disgusting.
As you guys do this, these bandits seem to melt into
Ew.
ash and get absorbed into the moss of the forest floor.
Kenya now is like looking at the ground, like in the middle of her prayer, like she saw that happen, and then she's gonna like start lifting up her feet because she realizes that the ground is probably made of dead people.
Ew.
And Sildar's just gonna speak up and say, I think we should just move on.
Did our deity
This
say anything to
is
us?
disgusting.
They did not know.
Do I feel
Let's go.
Talor with me?
You can feel your deities, but not too strongly in this space.
Okay.
Yeah,
Face
I
of
would
great evil.
I would like to leave. I can't feel Talor's gentle hands pressing down on my shoulders like I typically can. It's like when your dad like shoves his hand on your shoulders. I can typically feel that weight, and it's not there right now. So I would like to go, and get out of the forest where the floor is made of dead people.
Can't feel the Earth Mother at all. I think it's time for us to go.
Alright, we'll keep moving, guys. Just don't
How
think
are
too
you
much
not
about
phased?
that. Jaw split in half.
That man's jaw just came right off his head.
Y'all know it's the city of sin, right?
What? Yes.
I've seen some shit, dude.
Well,
This doesn't phase me. Well, okay, it phased me a little bit, but also I'm kind of like, and now I don't have to worry about him killing me.
that was
Yeah.
disgusting.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Nah,
Let's go.
you- that stuff.
So
I've
you
seen
guys,
this dude, and he like straight up had like half of his skull open. No joke. He used to sit on the corner of my apartment building. Yeah, he was pretty cool. I used to give him coffee.
It's gonna make me sick again.
You gave him coffee when his like skull was bust. Like, could he drink it?
Yeah, missing the skin, kind of.
What?
Did the ground soak up Madris's vomit?
Ew.
it did, yes.
Ew.
Alright. Kenya now a little bit curious because she still is like, she's a good student. She gets curious about things. She's like both disgusted and intrigued. So as they're like walking out of the area, she's gonna like spit on the ground and watch the ground absorb it and try to like surmise where is it going?
So as you walk out, you spit on the ground, and it does indeed just absorb it.
Ew.
So you guys move out of this horrible area, and you hear that trickling sound from the stream. So you move,
It's getting louder?
it's getting louder. So you move towards where you can hear the trickling water. The space that you find yourself is vastly different from the rest of the forest that you've experienced. The ground is still moss covered, but instead of the dank, thick moss, it's light and pillowy soft. The tree branches above you are not thick, and the sun creeps through the leaves and caresses your skin with a warmth you hadn't even realized that you've been missing. A quaint river flows through, and the water is crystal clear and fresh. A large oak grows beside it, and a thick rope hangs down from a low-bearing branch as a way to cross the river. It looks like kids might have played here at some point. As you soak up this nice oasis compared to the rest of the forest, you start to feel your limbs get heavy as the effort of working your way through the forest and fighting, and all of this evil has started to affect you. Would you like to roll me a nature or survival check?
Yes.
Sure. What do I add?
I got 3.
You know, I get a +3 to survival, so we'll do that. 6.
I get a +2 with survivals. I'm gonna do that, and I have a 10.
So with those, the DC check was 10. So with
Okay.
that, you can tell that this might be the absolute perfect place to take a little small nap before you head on.
Okay. Excellent.
So we would be taking a short rest?
You'll be taking a short rest, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So I don't really benefit from small naps. Like, I feel fine. I feel healthy after my potion. I'm going to stay awake.
All right. That sounds fine with me. Max, do you need the rest?
Because even if I'm just like
Yeah.
even if I'm just resting, I can still get my 1 spell slot back from the short rest.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not gonna follow. Y'all can nap. You can trance Madris. You two can nap Sildar and Max. And I'm gonna stay awake. Me and Fruit Snack are gonna. Well, Fruit Snack's probably not gonna stay awake, but I'm gonna stay awake. And I'm I'm gonna keep an eye out if you guys would like sleep.
All right, that
So
would be
Max
much
just lays
appreciated.
down on the ground in her arms and starts snoring.
Madris is gonna go into her trance. Of course, she's hoping to communicate with Melora somehow because, you know, what would Melora do? And this has been a very scary, strenuous adventure, and she's needing a little extra religious guidance.
All right. So, Kenya, as you're staying
Mhm.
awake, can you please roll me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage?
Oh.
Disadvantage.
Madris and Max, can you both please roll me Wisdom saving throws?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Wisdom.
Constitution.
I got a
I got a 10.
15.
5.
Okay. So, Madris, you have your trance. Everything's fine for you.
Mm-hmm.
A
What did you get, Kenya?
10.
So with a 10, you're sitting there, you're trying to stay awake, and then you're just out. Max.
Wait, I was gonna pray.
You're out. You're out. Can you now please roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, but I'm proficient in those. That's gonna be a
5.
19. Screw you.
Okay. So you're fine. Max.
Yeah.
During your short little nap, before we do this actually, everybody please roll what they would get from a short rest.
Yeah, I just get my spell slot back.
Okay, hold on.
Are you ready, Max?
Max is scared.
So during your short little nap, you start to fall into a dreamlike state. You find yourself exactly where you are now. But the forest looks like what it used to look like, what it might once have looked like. Beautiful butterflies flitted between vibrantly beautiful flowers of all colors. Birds fly between the trees singing to each other, and fish leap from the river and splash amongst the cool water. You turn and you see a beautiful spectral fox walking towards you. And as it gets closer, it folds one leg beneath it as it bows to you, lowers its head and bows. It looks back up at you with glowing blue eyes, and it starts to speak directly into your mind.
Oh.
You must save us. You must save the forest, or you will die here. Wake up. Wake up! With that, your eyes shoot open as you startle awake. You could have only slept maybe 20 minutes or so, but the area is completely dark now. You look up and see the trees have shifted in again and filled in all the cracks that the sun has been filtering through. The ground is slimy like it was in that place with the dead people. And while the river was clear and flowing before, it now looks like a deep shade of sludgy green. And the smell of rotten flesh and stale water hits your nostrils. All of your friends are asleep around you.
Max is gonna, like, huff her, she's gonna, you know, like when you wake up from a nightmare and you're like, yeah, anyway. And she's like, guys, wake the fuck up, and she moved immediately to Kenia and, like, shakes the shit out of her shoulders, and then does the same to Madris. Like, pretty aggressively. She's going hard. She's panicked. There are not many things that get under Max's skin, but this is under Max's skin right now.
Hey.
Do we wake up?
You wake up.
Do we wake? Okay.
Okay.
Wait. What's wrong?
I didn't mean to fall asleep. I was trying so hard to stay awake. I was planning on praying to pull. What happened?
What happened here?
We have to keep going. We can't stop.
All right.
Asleep.
He's awake.
All right.
We gotta keep going. We just gotta go. We gotta move.
Let's go. Let's
Okay.
go. Let's go.
Let's go then.
So are you gonna go over the river?
Carefully.
Okay. So there is
We are
that
going
rope
to-
still hanging down there. To get to the other side of the river, you just have to do me a small little athletics check.
Can it be
Oh,
dexterity?
Sorry, it has to be athletics.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, I rolled an 18, so.
You pass. Madris, you grab
Yeah.
the rope, you just swing right across.
Does 8 pass?
An 8 does not pass, no.
I got a not natural 20.
Okay, so Kenya, you grab the rope, you go across.
Not happy about it though.
Sildar got a 16, so he grabs the rope, he goes across. Bax, you grab the rope. You get most of the way across, but you do trip a little bit, and your little foot just slips into the river, and you just take 1 point of damage.
We pretend to not notice.
Nobody's looking. We're all looking away.
So, and it's
Max's ego's taking a big hit this time.
As you look back across the river, you realize that you made the right decision. There is a huge pack of wolves is just now in the clearing that you were at, just snarling and drooling. So if Max did not have that dream, then you all would be attacked in your sleep.
Oh, wow.
So you leave the dying river behind, and then you come across another clearing as you're trying to move forward away from that river. Would you like to do me a perception check?
Yes.
Please.
And I will tell you that on the ground in front of you, sunlight is filtering through the tree line, and it's highlighting this crumbled heap of red and orange on the ground.
I got a 13.
13?
I had fruit snack give me advantage, and I also got a 13.
Oh, right.
So,
okay, cool.
with those, I would say you all can see this. So you look down at this like crumbled heap. You can hear these wolves kind of disappearing behind you. You can't really hear the sounds anymore. You see the bloodied body of a fox. It's still breathing, but there's some blood trickling out of its mouth and its nose, and there's a deep wound on its side as though it came from a large beast just biting it.
Ew. Looks gross.
Madris is gonna kneel down beside the creature. We've already established she has a heart for animals. So she's just gonna, try to comfort the fox. She's comforting it. Because it's dying, right? Like, it's not making it out of this one, probably.
Let me just roll for Sildar. So he looks at this fox, and he's going to look at you, Madris, and he's going to ask, would you like me to heal it?
Yes. Yes, please.
He's got his little paladin pool. So he's going to kneel down beside you and just put his hand over the cut in the side of this fox, and it heals the cut. And he turns to you and he says, I've healed its wounds. One of you would have to do a medicine check to get it up again.
Okay, I'll do a medicine check.
I'll give her the help action so she can roll with advantage.
I rolled a 14.
Did you do it with advantage?
I did it with advantage and with my wisdom bonus.
So with that, you are looking, you have this little fox in your arms. You would say a little prayer to Melora. Mm-hmm. And you're kind of passing this good energy into this fox, and it starts breathing better, and then it stands up.
Hi.
So the fox is going to take a couple little steps around. It's going to turn to Max. Mm-hmm. It's going to bend a front leg and move into a bow.
Oh, Max is going to bow in return to it and be like, don't worry, we'll keep your forest safe. We're not going to let you die.
So as you say that, all of a sudden leaves start to swirl around this fox, and it suddenly obscures it from your vision. When they finally settle, where the fox once was, you now see the thin body of an autumn Eladrin druid. Her skin is a pale shade of honey brown. Her hair is long and thick and filled with rich orange leaves. Her body's wrapped in brown vines and leaves in place of clothing, and she surveys you all with glowing blue eyes.
Oh.
And she says,
howdy.
Hi.
She says, thank you. You saved me, and you will save the forest. If you rid the forest of the black spider.
We're on our way to do that.
He has been bewitching and poisoning our land. And she lifts her little hands up, and she surveys you all with her hands, and you just feel a warmth inside of your chest that's so different from the way the forest has been feeling. And this will award everybody with 1 point of inspiration each.
Ooh.
So under your little inspiration section on your character sheet, write 1. This will mean that you can do a check or a saving throw with advantage just once, and it's up to you when you use it. And what this means, this is something that I can give you guys as a gift.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
It also works for an attack roll, so you can also use it for an attack roll too.
Excellent.
So thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So
That was really kind of you, dude.
as you guys think this fox, in front of you, the Eladrin is suddenly swept up in this leafy wind once again, and wild shapes back into her fox form and just scampers off into the thicket.
Max gives it a salute. As it moves away.
Madris smiles and waves.
Kenya just watches in amazement.
And Sildar, it's like he's been holding his breath. He suddenly goes, "Oh, that was the spirit of the Neverwinter Woods. I cannot believe she showed herself."
I mean, y'all healed her. I mean, she must have been real grateful. Must have been in real danger.
She woke me up from my sleep, I'm pretty sure. I think she did. She must have wanted us to
see
save her.
Well,
Yeah.
we're going to save her, and we're going to save these woods.
If you would like to do a history check for me, Madris.
Oh, sure. Okay, I got 6, but let me see what my plus is, if there is.
You can roll this with advantage.
Okay, cool. Okay, this time I got a 14.
Okay, so you would know, as soon as he mentions the spirit of the Neverwinter Woods, you grew up, because you're from a place of druids, knowing that aside from you and your folk, your swamp folk, there are 4 Eladrin that when the realm was first created, they came and they brought up these beautiful forests, and there's an autumn Eladrin, a winter Eladrin, a summer Eladrin, and a spring Eladrin. Came to the material plane, and they created these magical forests that they themselves were the guardians of. So hearing Sildar say the spirit of the Neverwinter Woods, you know that this is one of the druids, the Eladrin druids that you have learned about since you were little. So this is kind of the first time you've seen that this is actually real.
We used to learn about this when I was a child. The druids in the woods, and they're like the guardians of the seasons and nature.
How much would I know from my studies?
You would know a little bit, not as much as Madris would know, because druidic magic is illegal. So a lot of that stuff was burnt. A lot of the books on druidic magic was burnt.
I think I read a little bit about it. I didn't know how much of it was true, because a lot of the druidic books have been destroyed, unfortunately, but...
When I was little, sometimes I just thought they were bedtime stories. But no, it's real. All of it.
Bedtime stories.
And we need to help them, obviously. We can't let their sacred spaces be overrun by such evils.
No, we must
Kill that spider.
Yeah.
The black spider.
I mean, we were already planning on it, but now I'm hellbent on it.
I'll die trying before I let anything more happen to this forest and the creatures within it.
Vengeance fuels about 40% of my actions, so I'm in.
100%.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so you guys gonna continue forth?
I mean, there's no other way.
Right. So Sildar's gonna pull out his sword and just say, "Huzzah!" So, as you guys head through to the very center of the woods, you notice that the trees and bushes are covered by increasingly thickening spider webs and cobwebs. As the 4 of you make your way into this clearing, you start to shiver as a thick frost seems to settle on the ground and starts freezing the webs around you. Your eyes follow the intricate webs until you spot the figure of what must be a dwarven man wrapped up in thick cobwebs against the tree trunk.
Just as like a...
Sildar, it's your mate.
So
Sildar, dude, is that your dude?
he looks and he says, "I think that must be him." So through the fog and the darkness, you can see a beady set of red eyes focus on the group of you. The figure begins to walk towards you slowly. With every step that he takes, the ground begins to crack where the frost has killed off the moss. He just steps, and he steps, and he steps. You watch as this man lowers his black hood to show you his face. He has the instantly recognizable black skin and long white hair of a drow elf. He sneers at you, showing off his pointed and menacing teeth. With a deep thud, He bangs a staff on the ground, and before your fairy eyes, you watch how the legs of the wooden black widow spider that decorates the top of the handle of the cane move and writhe around as though it was alive. Well, well, well. You're right. On schedule. And that's where we'll end our session.
Damn, okay.
Come on.
Damn, okay.
I like how you were like, this is gonna be a short one, and we've been here for 3 hours.
Thinking that, I was like, I have not had dinner.
I wasn't expecting you guys to hang out with a freaking ghost for that long.
Goes like deeper.
The amount of stuff that was just there, and you guys were like, oh no, we need to look at this for way longer. I'm like, it's just background. It's just there to be creepy.
See, you should have known Max is gonna deal with her attachments in bad ways.
That was good stuff.
That was so good. Like, no, when you were like the freaking vine,
Howdy, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning into this week for our little adventure. Make sure to give us a follow wherever you're listening so we can keep being pals. Oh, and Fruit Snack wanted me to let y'all know that Apple Podcast ratings are super helpful. See y'all next time.